and welcome to the Newton Free Library Get Crafty. Today we're going to be making a flying phoenix. A phoenix was a mythical creature. And all the pieces for this are symmetrical, meaning they're the same on both sides. So let's see what we need in order to make our phoenix. We need a toilet paper roll. We need construction paper. We have red, orange, and yellow. We need some scrap paper that we can use to make patterns. We need markers. We need scissors. We need a pencil, a ruler. We need a glue stick and tape. And we need some yarn. All right, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is cover our toilet paper roll. So we're going to take our red construction paper, and we're going to take our toilet paper roll and we'll line one edge up on this end of the paper, and you'll draw 1, 2, and 3 lines. And then you're going to take your ruler and get that with one line meeting all those little marks, and draw a line with your pencil, and then take your scissors and cut along that line so that you have a piece of paper that looks like this. And then you're going to take your glue stick and put glue all over it, and take the toilet paper roll, and you can roll the paper all the way around the toilet paper roll, and then you'll have your roll look like this. So that piece is done. So now let's work on making the wings. So we have 3 wings. First we're going to take a piece of scrap paper, fold it in half, and draw our wing and cut that out. And here's our cutout pattern. And then we're going to take a yellow piece of construction paper in half, take the pattern, take our pencil, draw all the way around it, and cut that out. And you'll have a wing that looks like this. And you're going to do the same thing with the orange paper and the red paper. But then, remember the ends of our wings had these tips? So we're going to take the yellow one, which is the longest one, and with our pencil draw the pattern and cut that out. And then we'll have a wing that looks like this. And then we have the orange one, which is a little shorter than the yellow. So we're going to take the pattern and line it up on this edge and hold it back to see how far we want it to go, and draw our line and cut that. And we have a wing that looks like this. And the last wing is the red one. So you remember, you want to line up this edge the same. Check to see how far you want it to go, draw your pattern, and cut that out. And now we have our 3 wings. And if we open them up, we're going to glue them together with the yellow on the bottom and the orange. You can use the fold line to center it. And last of all, the red. So here is one that I've already glued together. And then this is the one that I decorated with my markers. I decided to draw lines all around the edge. So that's another finished piece that we have. So now I think we're going to work on the tail. So we need to make our pattern. Here's our scrap paper. Make a pattern, cut that out. Here's a cutout pattern. And then we're going to take some folded red construction paper, draw around the pattern with the pencil, cut that out, and we have something that looks like this. And then remember how we had all these fringy pieces on our tail. So we're going to take our scissors and cut up like this to make the fringe, and it will look like this. There's our fringe. And then when you open it, you could take your marker. I decided to draw lines down each of those fringes. So now our tail is all done. So next, I think we're going to work on our head and the beak. So we need some scrap paper, fold it in half, draw a beak, draw the head, and cut them out. So here's our head pattern, and here's our beak pattern. And my head was made out of red paper, so I'm going to draw around that and cut that out. And then my beak pattern was orange, so I drew around that and cut that out. And there was my beak. And when you open them up, then you can glue on the beak to the head. And here's one where I glued it. And then I used my marker to make eyes. And I decided to draw a line around my head. But we also had these nice curly feathers on our head. So we're going to make those. We're going to take a folded piece of construction paper and cut up with the scissors so we end up with 2 strips of paper. And then you can take those 2 strips together and fold them in half and cut them with the scissors. And you'll actually have 4 pieces, but we only need 3 pieces of the red paper. And then you take your marker and you can draw a line on both sides like that. And then we're going to take the head, we're going to glue and tape those feathers on the back of the head. But remember, these curled. So let's take the head, and now we need our pencil again. And you're going to take your pencil at the end, wind it all the way around and pull it, and that makes it curl. So now I think we have all our pieces for our phoenix, and we're going to glue and tape it together. And we're going to start with the tail. So you're going to take your tube where it's taped over here, that is the back. And you want to take your tail, and the fold is the center. So you can match that up and glue it and tape it. And then you're going to take your wings, and the fold is the center. You can see how it goes on top there. And we're going to glue and tape the wings on. And then on the front, I'll turn it over, and you're going to take the head, and I just used glue to glue it on, but you want to make sure it doesn't stick up too much above the top edge because it won't fly quite as well. So now let's take the one that's all glued and taped together, and I'll show you how you can make it fly. We need our yarn. We're going to cut a long piece of yarn about 4 to 5 feet long and fold that in half. So you're going to put the 2 ends together like this, and take your phoenix and put the yarn down the middle, the cut end. Take that out of the bottom. On the top you're going to have a loop, and we're going to find a doorknob like this that you can put the loop over. And then you take one end in each hand of the yarn, and if you pull it out, he flies up. And if you let it go, he flies down. He flies up, and he flies down. And that is your flying phoenix.